Hey everyone, welcome to Carrie's Crochet and Craft. So I did it. I set up a little gift shop just in my garage in the area that we had kind of cleared out for other use. So I have it set up for today, which is Sunday, and I'm also going to be open tomorrow. I've had one customer so far. She saw my post about it on Facebook and she saw something she really liked and basically said she'd be by to pick it up, and so she just came. So had my first sale today. Another lady's coming by. She's gonna be picking up the pre-orders that I got at that one Christmas holiday market, and I got those done, and I wanted to show you real quick before she comes to get them that I got them done and what they look like. So here we go. This is the one that you've seen before, but you probably notice it looks a lot different. I forgot a step when I was making it, which was to narrow it a lot by doing a single crochet every other stitch. So I went back, I tore it out down to here, and then I tightened it in, and it's a lot better. So now it's actually more like a turtleneck and not like a wide neckline. So got that done. It's in this pretty grayish blue, and so that will be handed over shortly. And then I got the second one done as well, and I just used a smaller hook on this, and it fits mostly like mine does. Again, I didn't do the shell stitch on the bottom though, I just did the single crochet. So anyway, I wanted to show you these real quick. I'll come back and show you the whole setup here, but I needed to get this done as the lady's on the way to get them. So anyway, I'll show you the bit here. I'll show you the rest of it here in a bit. Okay, let me show you around this little portion of our garage. We have a third of it partitioned off. We built in a room right here, so it's kind of like half length space here of our garage. So I decided on Friday that I was just gonna do it. I know I've talked about it, and I thought I'm just gonna do it. So I started setting up on Friday, and then Saturday night I worked on it more, and I started posting on Facebook about it last night. I've had lots of responses as far as likes and hearts and that kind of stuff, but not a lot of customers so far. I do have one lady, I can't even remember if I already mentioned it or not, but I do have one lady that saw my post and she saw something that she liked, and she came by and picked it up today just now. So I have had one sale today, and then like I said, my friend is going to be picking up these two pre-orders that I got from the Christmas show. So it'll be an okay day. Oop, somebody's here. Nope, it's the neighbor. Okay. So anyway, let me just kind of show you around the space, and I tried to put everything I've made out. I've probably missed a few items, but try to just put everything. Some stuff I haven't been able to put out for a while just because my plushies that I make take up so much room that I don't have room for these other items. They aren't big sellers anyway, so but they've just been sitting in boxes. So I decided to put them out today and see what happens. So let me show you around. So outside I have my little stand here that can hold hanging items. It's actually, I think, meant for drying clothes or whatever. It has been sprinkling on and off, so that's why I have this over here. Ooh, bird of prey, bird of prey. Okay, it's like squirrel. So I have this little shower curtain over top, but I have my caplets in there, right there. I have some fun purses that I haven't put out for a while. This is made with it's called Rockstar, I think, yarn, with these little nylon tags that hang out of the yarn. So I have two purses of that, and then I have my other purses that I've had. And then over here I have my market bags, more caplets. Over here we have then a bunch of Afghans that I've made, and just hanging them on these, again, clothes dryer racks. More blankets on this side. And then here I have some of my hanging towels that I've done. These are mostly holiday themed. People sometimes like to have the holiday theme, but they also like to have non-holiday themed, and those are the ones that sell. So I mostly just have some Christmas ones, and then I have several Thanksgiving themed ones. These are my towel holders, so you can put your own towels hanging on the bottom there. More blankets. Then we have the stuffies. There's, of course, all of these. Put out some of my Christmas ones. I don't have very many holiday themed ones. Got all my Highland cows here. This is some soap that I made quite a few years ago. Still good though. It's black and it's got shimmer to it, so it's a bag full of coal for naughty boys and girls. This I also made a long time ago. I'm thinking like 8 or 9 years ago. And it has these little things. I had 2 more, but I sold those. One done in green and one done in blue. And it's just like a little vase type thing. So, and it's got these, also these little ornaments that kind of coordinate with that as well. So, just setting out what I have. Over here I have some head kerchiefs. And then my winter hats. I just made these up. I love this pattern. It works up so quick. It takes me about half an hour to do it. And it's just done with Woolies Thick and Quick. And it's just a cowl. So, did up 4 of those last night. And I have a couple head warmers. I need to make more of these. I only have those 2 there. And then I have, this is my mannequin. Her name is Penelope from the days when I had a clothing boutique. And so I just got her decked out in some of the stuff. Over here, these are some bags that I did Cricut. Oh, look at that. That's how much it is. Did Cricut vinyl on. And then I was starting to do some paper crafts. So these are just pads of paper done up with Christmas. And a couple junk journals. I have some herbs and things, teas from my farm. Some soaps that I made. Ooh, focusing on my hand there. Sorry. There we go. I have a bunch of these scrunchies that I've showed you. So I have those out today. These are some scarves that I made. These are infinity scarves here and then just regular scarves here. They were selling this fabric on bolts, like small bolts, I think yard-long bolts or 3-yard bolts at Joann's one year. So I just made a bunch of scarves. I think I even still have some of that fabric that I need to do something with. Here I have, these are also scarves that I made, and cowls. These are cowls down here that I made a long time ago. Again, in that fun rock star yarn. I have a bunch of this yarn yet too. And this scarf I also made quite a while ago. And you can see the little heart. It's probably been more like probably 14 or 15 years since I've done that. Maybe not that long, but these are some like tea towels that I've made. A lot of them are fall themed. So we have some sunflowers and then some farm fabric themed. Have some of the scrubbers. And then these are little rag dolls. From days of old when I went to the Waitsburg Pioneer Fall Festival. They wanted, you know, kind of some themed items for Pioneer Days, and so I made these little rag dolls. Sold a couple of them, but we still have a handful. I didn't sell them today. I mean, since I've made them, I've sold them. I went on a kick of making these very simplified bears. I think also for that Pioneer Days, thinking of very simple kind of toys they would have had back in Pioneer Days. These are some baby teethers, and then I sold today what I sold already was one of these. It's an owl set, only it was in a honey colored owl, and then a fabric that was the the honey colored minky, and then a honeybee pattern on the flannel side. So I still got 3 sets of those blanket things. Only one of them has the owls, but these have the swaddling cloth with it. I also made these little side baskets and hanging planter things, like for air plants or for other little knickknacks. Anyway, I made a whole bunch of these, and I've sold quite a few of the little baskets, fewer of these, but yeah. Anyway, here's my puffy purses, my other purses. Here's a fun little scarf that I also made about 12, 13 years ago. So yeah, that about does it out here in my little space in the garage. And I have to stand here with the door wide open. So it's cold. Fortunately, I have this little heater here that my husband brought in. It's a propane heater that's good for indoors. And then I also have this heater here. So yeah, we'll see how things go today. Okay, it's day 2 now of my little gift shop being opened. Yesterday I had a whopping 2 people stop, and one of them was one I sold that owl blanket to, who had seen it on Facebook and stopped to get just that. And then the other one was the gal who was picking up the 2 pre-ordered ponchos. So I did get $120 yesterday, so that's not bad. When I was making or finishing up those 2 ponchos, I also made the pre-order hat. So I have the Highland cow hat done, and you can probably see some similarities there. I just copied the pattern for the muzzle and the horns and the ears, and then of course the hair, off of the pattern for this little fella. So there you go. And I even put the little tail on the back. So the people who ordered this, I thought they were going to pick it up last night, but it might be tonight instead. So this will be another $20. So overall, even though these were pre-orders, so far I have, once this is bought, I'll have, what did I say? So it'd be 140. So I don't know if I'm going to get any people today. It's not likely. People are still reacting to my Facebook posts about it. So I don't know if that's going to translate to anybody actually stopping. But I might try to, excuse me, I might try to do like a little more activity on those posts, because, you know, when there's more activity on Facebook posts, the more that they get fed into people's, you know, the algorithm, fed into other people's feeds. So, you know, hopefully we'll get somebody to stop. If not, you know, I tried. And I'll just pack it up, and then it'll be time for Christmas. So anyway, that's a quick update, and I'll keep you posted throughout the day if I get any more sales. So okay, quick update. Some of my neighbors were just walking by, the dad and 2 of his girls, and they were actually the ones that we got one of our most recent kitty from. And so I was able to ask him. My son has been dying to know what day they were born on, what day he was born on, so we could celebrate the cat's birthday. And so I was able to finally ask them. I have their phone number, but I just never texted them. Anyway, they were walking by, and we said hi to each other, and then I was trying to quiet down our dog Juno, because he was barking at them, and they were almost like past the driveway here, and then he's like, oh well, we'll just take a look. And so they came, and they ended up buying a bar of soap from me. So they bought that. Actually, they bought, not that it really matters, but they bought this coloring right here. It's even got a little heart that I imprinted on it, because I had made it closer to Valentine's Day quite a while ago. And then they bought bring you over here. They bought one of my hanging tails. So first purchase of the day. That's really exciting. I don't know if we'll get any more, but we'll see. At least I have one. Hey everyone, it's late at night. I am tired and I'm going to bed after this. But I just wanted to give a recap from the 2-day market that I had set up in my garage. So I actually ended up taking it down about an hour and a half earlier. I was going to go until 4, but around 2:20 or so I just there's not going to be anybody else coming. There's just not. So why am I sitting here when I could be doing other things around the house? So I started taking it down and packing everything up. But I wanted to give you a recap of what all sold. So I mentioned earlier the dad and 2 daughters that are neighbors a couple houses down. They're the ones we got the kitten from. They got a bar of soap from me and a hanging towel, crochet top, hanging towel. And then the gal she's my friend, and she has the 2 friends who pre-ordered those. I'm tired. Pre-ordered the ponchos from me. The one gal, when she tried it on, it fit well enough, but she found that when she lifted her arms, it just kind of lifted up and then didn't fall back down, so it was just kind of askew. She would have to readjust it every time she lifted up her arms. So she wanted it to be a little bit bigger, and I had told her that if it didn't fit her, she could bring it back and I would try to do adjustments, which with crochet means taking it all out. She wanted another granny square put back into, or to be put into the round of granny squares, which I could have done. I would just frog out the whole top and then add another granny square. But I am saved from having to do that because my friend, she happened to also have tried it on and loves the fit of it on herself. And so when she brought it back, she tried it on and showed me it. When she lifts her arms, it doesn't do that like it did with her friend. And so she really liked it, but she was giving it back to me to fix for her friend. But she made a mention that, maybe if I made a different one for her friend, that she could maybe buy this one. So I went through my yarn colors because I thought if I had a similar card or similar color of yarn, or one that was I didn't think I had more of the same color, but if I had a similar color, then I could maybe make a second one. This particular yarn had the light kind of bluish color, kind of an aqua blue, mixed in with the grays, and she really liked the blue color. So I actually have some of the Woolies Thick and Quick yarn in a kind of a dusty blue color. I'm trying to see if I have it somewhere around here to be able to show you. So I sent a picture of that, and I said, well, if your friend likes this color of blue, I could make one for her in that color. And then, when you're ready to, you could purchase this other one since you liked it. And so she wrote back after conferring with her friend, and they're fine with that. So I'm actually getting a 3rd poncho order out of all of this. So that'll be another $40 when it's all said and done. So that's kind of nice. So an extra order from today, even though, it's not, from the stuff that I had set up. Puppy. Yeah. So anyway, when she did come back to bring me the poncho so that I could fix it, she picked up one of my, so I have the crochet top towels, but then I also have the towel holders that are crocheted, and it has the loop in it that you hang your own towels through. She actually ended up picking one of those out, so that was another $7. So I sold, aside from that poncho, that it hasn't been paid for yet. But so in sales at my store, I sold the soap, the hanging towel, and then the towel holder. So 12, 7, and another 7. So I can't do math right now. $19 plus 7, $26 today. I sold $26 today, and then I have another pre-order for a poncho. So over the 2 days that I was open, oh, and the Highland cow hat, the person came and picked that up, so that's $20 for that as well. So $46 today. So overall for the 2 days, yesterday was 120, and then today was 46. So I brought in $166 from the 2 days that I was open. And then I have another poncho that has been pre-ordered. And then I have a cousin who saw my pictures, and she asked me about the cat pillows, but I don't think she's going to get one of those. But then she asked if I could make her a scarf. So I might be making her a rather short scarf. She wanted it, a typical scarf might be 6 feet, around there. And she wanted it only to be 4 feet because I think she's trying to save some money. Because I told her a 6-foot scarf would be $30-ish. So we'll see. I'll work on that later. It's not high priority for me because I had made her a capelet several years ago and got it all made and ready to send, and then she didn't want to buy it after all. So we'll see. We'll see what happens there. So anyway, I just wanted to give an update for the 2-day event I held at my house. It was not the best, but it did bring in money, and that's okay by me. I can handle that. But I probably won't do it again. So anyway, I'm tired, and I want to do one more quick video before I go to bed, an update on the Christmas gifts that I'm making. So that'll be coming up here shortly after this video. So anyway, we will see you next time. Bye.